Are you struggling to play your flam paradiddles faster? Maybe you start to stumble over the stickings, or tension slowly builds in your body and you lose that flow from paradiddle to paradiddle as your flam quality starts to fall apart. So today we're going to talk about 3 exercises that you can use to help fix all of those issues and get your flam paradiddles faster than they've ever been before, all without sacrificing your quality of sound or that healthy relaxation that we want while we play. So grab a stick or 2 and a practice pad, because we're going to dig into these exercises right now. All right. Before we do, let's talk about what a flam paradiddle is. It's a paradiddle with a flam on the first note. There's a healthy accent on the first note, and then these 3 following notes are all the same volume. They're low, they're taps, they're even and smooth, and that's where I want us to focus. The accent's going to happen naturally if you have a good, healthy starting position up high, right? You're just going to drop your arm in, get a good accent without having to use muscle or velocity from your wrist, and that's one of the secrets to playing this relaxed. So that's a flam paradiddle. The first exercise, we're going to just erase the second note. Get rid of it here too. And here's the rhythm we're left with. We got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and we're going to loop that over and over again. Ready? Good, you'll notice a few things about that. First, the diddle is nice and low and even. And in order for that to happen, we need to make sure, let's go with blue. I think that'll be easier to see. In order for this to be low and even, you have to make sure that this accented note stays down and goes down, okay? Same with this one here. That left hand accent is going to go down and stay down. So that would look like this. We don't want to do this and bring it right back up. That's a waste of motion, which means it's a waste of time, which means it'll slow us down. So that's the focus for this first exercise, is that stick motion, keeping it down after it. If you know your stroke types, that's a downstroke, okay? As you speed that up, this diddle is going to be less activated by wrist and more activated by a bounce stroke, maybe using your fingers to get that control happening. All right, so you're going to just loop this, and you're going to slowly build that speed faster and faster. Exercise number 2. For exercise number 2, we're going to build this back up with the second note back in. All right, there we go. And then we're going to erase the back 2 notes. So we were focusing there on the stick position down, which helped us get the transition into the start of the next flam paradiddle, because that transition is usually where people stumble. But now we're going to focus on what happens in the first 2 notes of the flam paradiddle. Oh, when we get rid of these 2 16th notes, we need to replace that. We need to give ourselves an 8th note rest here, okay? So now we got 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. This time we're looking at this note here, and it's going up right away, okay? Second hand of the exercise goes up right away. This is essential for setting up the next accent for the next flam paradiddle. Check it out. Notice it's coming up directly and quickly. It's not hanging out down here and then picking up. It's going, it's up before the diddles would happen. Okay? E and E and one up 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 and Very nice. Okay, you got that happening. That is key to adding that relaxation in. All right, because if this hand comes up on time, then it's up high and it's ready to drop in for another strong accent. When we do this, we're just adding the weight of our arm to the stick to have a strong, relaxed accent. We don't need to use muscle. We don't need to use wrist velocity. It just comes from the arm. Okay? This is your upstroke. So as you loop this, you're looking for a quality sound in your flam, a nice soft tap stroke, because the volume here sets up the volume for the rest of your paradiddle. Okay, so back to exercise 2, and up. Speed it up if you want. Good, and don't forget, this hand's going up, but this hand is still staying down. So you're kind of practicing both of those motions right now. This is it. After this, you have a diddle, and that should be pretty easy peasy. So, how are we doing? Good? If you have questions, type them in the comments and I'll get back to you when I can. Let's go to our third and final exercise, okay? And this exercise isn't going to just help with flam paradiddles. It's going to help with pretty much any rudiment you do, and in fact, it's one of the more important exercises you can play for any kind of drumming, right? It's going to improve your hands no matter what style you play, whether you play drum set, whether you're a rudimental snare drummer. This will improve your stick control. It will improve your chops, your ability to transition from downstrokes to upstrokes is essential, and that's what this is. So we're going to take these notes, we're going to play it 3 different ways. The first way is with your right hand for every single note. Okay. The second way is going to be with your left hand for every single note. And the third way, it's hard to do that while you're holding a marker, is going to be with both hands at the same time. All right. And this is a really simple, basic accent tap drill. There are hundreds of different patterns that we can create, but this is just a simple, basic one to get you started. First version, right hand does the work with a strong, arm-heavy accent, followed by taps. And you're aiming for a big difference in your volume. A strong accent and a little soft tap, right? That's your goal. Got to do the left hand too though, right? For a lot of us, left hand's the weak hand, so we got to get it going. The faster you go, the lower this hand's going to come up. Okay? Finally, we're going to do it with both hands together. And I want you to try to pop them. I don't want a flam sound here. We don't want this. We don't want that happening. We just want together. And then speed it up. Okay, it's essential that you do all of these exercises really slowly. Even if you are a little more advanced, start at a tempo where you're always playing it with the best sound quality you can. Nice even notes, strong accents, good consistent flam sounds. I don't want some flams opened, some flams closed. It should all sound the same every time. That's the best tempo to start at. And then you slowly bump it up a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster, which is going to build your speed. But here's my secret tip. As you're practicing, I want you to hit a few reps every day where it's so fast that it falls apart a little bit. Okay, your strokes might not be even, your flams might fall apart, your dynamic might not be consistent, right? So go to your breaking point and hang there for like 2 or 3 reps max. Don't do more than that, because then you're creating a bad habit. But I want you to touch that breaking point so your brain and your muscles can all start to figure out how to fix it and go, oh, we've experienced that speed and it wasn't good. But we'll start kind of making some neural connections to make it faster, okay? So, once you're done with all those exercises at the end of your session, go back to the full flam paradiddle. And slowly build that speed back up. I like to use a metronome. Check your speeds, track it, celebrate your progress. All right? Don't be too hard on yourself, because it takes a long time to build speed. Building speed is one of the things that just takes a long time to do, because you're building large muscle groups and small muscle groups, and then if you don't use it, you'll lose it eventually. So celebrate those small victories. Celebrate 2 or 3 clicks of progress on your metronome, and use these exercises. They'll get you there faster. All right? Hey, please let me know what you think in the comments. If these exercises were helpful for you, I'd love to hear about it. If you have other exercises you like to use, put them in there for the people to see. All right? And subscribe if you want more videos like this. We're going to break down snare drum content. We're going to build your chops together every single week. All right? Keep drumming.